the last few weeks, the concern over the safety of personal finances has grown tenfold, with hackers and the credit information of thousands of Americans being exposed.
But one local couple says they lost $900 through fees at their bank, fees they felt weren't communicated to them clearly.
They spoke exclusively with Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo. She has their story.
We have a daughter that has Down syndrome.
In 2015, Stephen and Betty Ross made the decision to leave Swampscott to be closer to their daughter, who's enrolled in a program in Western Mass.
We found this house in Chicopee that we fell in love with, and we had our house on the market.
But when the buyer for their old home fell through, the Rosses say they took out a home equity loan through Citizens Bank. They say Citizens Bank had them open a checking account and put some money in.
When the loan went through, it could be placed into that account, and then we could write a check for the money we owed, for this house.
The Rosses secured the house of their dreams and found a new buyer for their old home.
And as soon as we were able to sell the house, we paid off our home equity loan right away. And as far as we knew, we were done.
4 years and a battle with a serious illness later, Betty was surprised to get a letter from Citizens Bank
telling us that we have this account, and they have been taking $20 a month out since 2015.
The Rosses estimate those fees totaled $900 out of that checking account. They say they never got a bank statement.
We've never, ever had one piece of communication from them since we paid off our loan.
Western Mass News reached out to Citizens Bank to get answers, and a representative told me the Rosses' 2015 loan was transferred to another bank, but that they were encouraged to open a checking account with Citizens. In a statement, the employee said, quote, "We often offer customers special discounts on loan products if they have a checking account with us, as was the case with this customer. While most of our checking accounts have monthly maintenance fees attached to them, there are ways to avoid these maintenance fees." The way to avoid that fee was to log a bank transaction every statement period, which the Rosses say is hard to do when the bank wasn't sending them statements.
You get something that comes through the email, statement, or check your statement, or whatever it is. I get that from other banks. We didn't get anything from Citizens.
It's not kind to the customer, it's kind to the bank, because exactly, if they would tell you sooner, then you'd figure it out. You better go get your money and stop paying a penalty.
Citizens Bank tells me they encourage their customers to carefully review the terms of their agreement when they open an account.
We're not bankers, and at the time, there was a lot of things going on in our life.
And though the Rosses say they were able to recoup $360 of the fees they lost, their message is that you can never let your guard down, even when a cross-state move, an illness, or family obligations spring up.
I just think you really need to listen carefully when the bankers are talking to you. If it could happen to us, it could happen to anybody.
In Chicopee, Audrey Russo, Western Mass News.